Good morning, everyone, Y members and those alike. Uh, I'm presenting this video to you today that you can take the first 3 minutes and use it for the week, or you can stay with me kind of this whole time. And my goal is to because the video is going to be Mindfulness Monday, and I think obviously right now, the best comparison I can give is God has sent us to our rooms to think about what we've done. And so this is a great time for us all to reflect. And all I can do is teach you what I've been taught through a teacher that I've been blessed to have taught under for probably close to 2 years now. So I will do my best to honor his, what things he taught me, but really I'm just trying to get to you as a personal trainer the importance of things like meditation or mindful stretching, yoga, if you will. And so every morning, this is literally my practice. I'm going to show you what I do. I go down and I make my coffee, which is sitting over there. And then usually I'll sit, and the things you see here I'll talk about. So one of the books I read almost every day is the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. It's very similar to any religious or scriptural text and talks about larger than life things, including how we can better serve. Of course, starts with calming the mind. The Bhagavad Gita, I guess I could describe it as the Eastern Bible. It's instead of a guidebook, it's more of, you should pick it up. If you haven't read it, this is something I digest every morning. The hero, Juna, is the character that, if you've ever seen Bagger Vance, that's what the movie is based off of, the Bhagavad Gita, and how we can exist in this field if we open ourselves to it. And this last one, and this is something we'll talk about maybe later in the week as well, because I've really recently been getting into it, is journal. And what's pretty cool about journaling to me is I use it as an opportunity to send love letters, if you will, or send that message in a bottle that my future self won't get for however long it takes. So, right, let's say I'm writing about, wanting to be this healthy person or meditate more, or whatever it is. I would write a letter to myself of what that looks like, and then, maybe a year from now I can look back and see if I've changed, how I've changed, things like that. So after I'll read. I don't do the journaling till the end, but I wanted to show you all the books before I get going, and I'll just kind of show you a short regimented practice of it. The first thing I do is my forward folds, and there is a video that we have on our YouTube page that's actually a challenge you can try, and it's just basic, call them sun salutations if you will, but it really helps me get my mind, body, spirit, and breath entwined with each other first thing in the morning, which is absolutely crucial for how I perform in my day. After that, some folds, I may read a little bit more, and then we start flapping our wings. And this is good for men especially. My hips suck, as you can tell. I'm sitting on a little thing called a zafu. It helps raise my hips up so I don't get so tight. And of course, like anything, I was told to do this years ago, and I never did because it sucked. It was the worst part of the practice, and just like any workout that you don't like a certain part, you skip it. So these are these practices that really help work on breaking that mental mode of, I don't have time, I can't do this. This is literally me communicating with what we know as God. Connecting with that source is probably the most valuable thing is the most valuable thing we can do at this time. And again, don't listen to me in that aspect. You can listen to me as the personal trainer. This is so great for hip, back, lower back, opening that posture. Kids could do this, adults could do this, but we're just flapping our wings. And if we're doing it in a circle as a family, we can chat. This isn't so serious as it will. We should always smile while we do something, of course. But when we're in the silence in meditation, of course, we're a little bit sterner. So this allows an opportunity to do some stuff. So we keep one of our feet in. You could take it out if you want. Stretch it out. reach it. One of my favorites, bring it up, bring it over. Ooh. Give yourself a little twist. So you can make sure you're using that breath. The breath can, if you focus, and I'm not that great at it, excuse me, but you allow the breath to start and end every movement. It gives you that ability to be more present, to get deeper into those muscles. So it's like anything. I mean, with stretching, as a trainer. So next one we call rocking the baby. When I started, I have my right leg here and then my right arm, and you can reach it under and kind of do it this way. If you are flexible enough, you can just bring that right foot into the left arm and then rock your baby that way. So again, we can spend 20-30 seconds doing this. It's at first, I can tell you from personal experience, it sucks because again, I'd be like this. So make sure too, like how I'm talking to you, you're able to breathe. You're not tight, you're not tense, anything like that. So holding that baby. And again, do it with the family. This is a great 30-minute check-in that everyone can do. And you're burning calories. Don't tell anyone that. It should be about the spirit part of mind, body, spirit, but hey. So then of course you'll switch it. Bring that right foot in, left foot, stretch it. You can stretch it out, stretch it over. Again, don't forget to keep that posture. Keeping that breath, that chest open, spine erect. And then rock the baby on this side. So again, you can take that left arm under, or you can bring your left foot into your right arm and rock it that way. Don't forget to breathe. So, I'll show you when I meditate, and that's such I really shouldn't call it, when I sit and try to still my thoughts, I like to put on music, and of course I give my mind an exercise to do, like breathing and other things, which I can give you here in a minute, but I did want to show you. So I use Amazon Music app. And there's a really nice, it's called, I believe, what is it? Music for the Supreme Heart of Shiva. And so it's just a basic, again, it's kind of like a metronome. So it just kind of keeps that breath in rhythm if my mind gets out of focus. All right, so picking your seat for, again, I'm just going to say meditation, even though I barely have ever touched on meditation, which, again, I can't describe it, if you will. But let's practice. We're practicing mindfulness, which is, again, just sitting and breathing consciously, not letting our thoughts control us. We're just battling back a little bit to, just like a river, we just let them flow. We don't hold on to it. We just let them go, let them go, let them go. And that's what the breath gives us the capability of. So, 2 seats you can choose from. The one, as you saw, I was in, which is a very tough one, and I would recommend getting something to raise your hips. But, as you know, crisscross applesauce is a popular one. The one I do sit in is the prayer pose. So, I go down like this, put the zafu behind me. Again, you can use a pillow or whatever. And then I just sit, and the idea is I have a nice, upright, tight spine. So again, usually I will read one of these books, or if I'm on something else, like I've read the Meditations of Marcus Aurelius, the journal diaries of St. Francis, but it's the idea of something that is spiritually nourishing. And just like food, when I meditate, in a way I know there's something, a larger part of me that's digesting that mentally, digesting it spiritually. And so I'm trying to bring that to everyone because it's quite an experience, as you can imagine. You have to define it for yourself, of course. I can only offer you the personal experiences I've had. And I've done this every single day, literally every single day. The minimum that gets done is about 3 to 5 forward folds. That's on, like, if we have to catch a flight, things like that, the craziest of crazy days. But other than that, I'm spending 20 to 30 minutes forward folding, breathing, whatever, on really average probably close to 90 minutes to 2 hours in the morning. But that has grown. It's just like anything. I didn't run a marathon. I ran a half marathon. I ran a 10K. I ran a 5K and built up to that. Our exercises spiritually are no different. They're probably tougher in a way. So, again, find that seat, and you can choose that music like I had. You can. One of the first things I did when I meditated, because it was so complex to figure out everything, and so I just said, all right, let's do 15 minutes, and I would set 3 bells, and it would be like a 5-minute exercise essentially. So my first 5 minutes, all I literally did was work on the breathing in and breathing out for a count. And of course I would have, if it was first thing in the morning, I'd have tightness and stiffness I'd get through. That bell would ring after 5 minutes, bring me back into focus, and then the next 5 minutes, I would literally count the breath in and then twice out. So I'd breathe in for, let's say, 4, and then I breathe it out for 8. Again, you're giving your mind something to do because it's going to look for any problem, and that's what all your thoughts are going to be, are thinking of the problems, thinking of the problems, thinking of the problems. Just learn to let it go. You can only focus on the present right now, and presently we're breathing. Second one is, especially now, it will be a very tough exercise, but I have no issues with it because I've built the strength. Now, this is my humble brag. But saying I'm grateful for, just start naming things. I'm grateful for running water. I'm grateful for hot showers. I'm grateful for shoes on my feet. I'm grateful for money in my bank account. I'm grateful for whatever it is. Like, we have more than we need, for sure. And again, that's why we are where we at, in my opinion, because it's just kind of this, let's take a second, reset here. So first 5 minutes, second 5 minutes, and then the third 5 minutes, I say you can essentially think of something like love, or think of something like fear, or think of something like whatever. And again, whatever you read, it kind of puts this lens over it. It's like a spice or something. And so let's say I'm meditating for the last 5 minutes on love. Whatever is going on in my life, of course, it will bring up the things of hate, like, oh, who am I really mad at right now? And then throwing that spice of love on it as I practice that for 5 minutes really does, man. It's if you, the hardest thing I realized is you literally can practice being a happier person, a more grateful person. I, of course, did the practice called BS, if you will. And now, I mean, as long as the good Lord has me here, I'll do it every morning. And that's my chance to show my gratitude to my Creator. That's our chance to sit together and fill my heart up so I'm ready to go for the day, especially, again, where we are now. I have no doubt, as the virtual trainer for the Y, like, this is my calling to connect to all of us. We are going to make it through this, and so this is this chance. You have to look at it as this chance to really, really work on yourself and figure out what you want when this is all said and done. So, any questions, you can email me. And we will have more videos throughout the week, some more trainer stuff coming out, like, workouts and such you can do at home. But really, really give this a shot. I'm telling you, that's the idea, right? You can't, as a trainer, charge people money to just say meditate. But that's what I would tell them, because what you're asking me to do is change your behavior, and you change your behavior by changing your thoughts. And you can only change your thoughts if you can control your thoughts. So we are working on controlling those thoughts. And again, at first, it's just letting them flow rather than all the time. So thank you for tuning in. Have a blessed week, and any questions you have, of course, reach out to me.